Aquarius, welcome back to Spiritually Influential Tarot. This is your weekly general reading for your sun, moon, and rising for the first week of June. With that being said, Spirit, may I have 7 cards, please? We're starting off with your Two of Cups, followed by the Judgment card, followed by the Devil card, followed by the Lovers card, Three more cards, please. Followed by the Strength card. Followed by the High Priestess. Followed by the King of Pentacles. Aquarius, we're going to start off with, as well as a message from your higher self, a message from the angels, as well as a message from the Spirit to bring you comfort in your journey at the end of this reading. Starting off here with the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, it always speaks upon emotions and relationships. Okay, this is literally, you could like looking yourself looking, okay, it's like looking at yourself in the mirror. Okay, I want to say it like that, even though I'm referencing to a few other things, but this here is the attraction card. So there's something that you could be, attracted to, whether it's in relationship, whether it's in a certain emotion that you're having, okay, towards a job, it could be, okay, it's anything really that's touching your heart, that you're liking, that you're feeling, okay, something that you're likely that you can find, that you can likely feel unity, okay, upon, okay, a partnership, okay, something that's appreciated, something that is in appreciation as well, a mutual respect, okay. And emotions, they run high here, right? Okay, when it comes to the Two of Cups. But it's also, Aquarius, it's also, anything that you're also seeking upon, anything that maybe captures your attention, okay? And I can say that because it is being followed here by the Judgment card. And the Judgment card allow me here to cover a few people here. Okay, I'm holding it this way because I have to cover a few of the revealing bodies here. But if you notice, they're all coming up from their coffins, right? okay? So, you know, right now, this would be telling me that right now, it's letting you know that right now is a time for resurrection, okay? You know, when the Judgment card comes around, okay? The Judgment card comes around, it's letting me know to let you know that right now is a time for resurrection, okay? Whether it is upon a relationship that you're having, or maybe that you want to have, or maybe if you're seeking a career in any path that you're looking at, okay? It's an awakening, okay? It's a time where a period of your life is looking for somewhat of balance, you know? You want to come into, like, it's letting you know that you're coming into a wake-up call, you know? A dynamic new beginning, okay? That's basically what it's letting you know. Okay, when it comes to the Judgment card, it's also one thing that I can tell you that it also refers to a high frequency, you know, a level of high consciousness, okay? A level of like a new version, okay, of yourself is what's on the horizon, okay? When that trumpet sounds off, that's what that means, okay? And this is also as well in your present, okay? So the Judgment card is followed here by the Devil card. Excuse me, allow me to cover the newness here. Because here at Spiritually Influential Tarot, we follow all guidelines, okay, here on YouTube. And when the Devil card appears, okay, there's a few things on the card that, I mean, I'm not calling out any tarot readers at all, but I usually don't hear the things that I say upon cards. But you see right here, they have that the Devil has, besides that I want to start from the top down, but you notice here he has the bat wings, and usually, you know, when it comes to the Devil, it's about false truths, right? When it comes to the Devil, it's all about, I want you to watch out with energy vampires, you see? You know, like people that are surrounding you that are actually, that you think that they're your friends, but really they're really, even people that have been close to you, you know, you can feel like, oh, you know, these are my people, but in all reality, they're just people that actually, you know, they talk bad about you when you're, you know, when they're behind closed doors or behind your back, okay? All right? But it also, you know, it also lets me know, though, okay, that besides those kind of things, that you're also a person that is at this moment or is about to, be seduced, you know, by the material world and physical pleasures, okay? You gotta watch out with your habits, you know what I'm saying, and the effect of negative habits, you know, because those kind of things can also, you know, set you back in life, whether it is in relationship or career, because when it comes to career, then you're working hard for your money, but then you're spending it where you shouldn't be spending it, right? And, you know, this also represents, you know, your shadow self, you know, the darker side of you, okay? You know, where it's letting you know that, you know, that negative forces can be at play around you, okay? You know, and you always got to try to take those shackles off of your neck, because, see, they're loose. The Devil has slight shackles over a person, okay? They're loose. But you see here, those horns that are coming out of the person, there's two horns on each, whether it's the male or the female, okay? It's also letting you know that it's all about, you know, what's in your chakra, you know, the things that you're thinking about. You know, you want to take those horns away from you, right? You want to walk around with the halo. Excuse me. So yeah, when it comes to the Devil card, one thing that I can say, you know, very gratefully about the Devil card is that it allows you to use discretion, okay? It allows you to use discretion, okay? And, you know, this discretion can be used in your career, in your love life, so that way, you know, you have no fear to do the correct things, okay, in your life, okay, Aquarius? And that's in your future area, okay? With that being said, once again, now here we have now the Lovers card, okay? We have here the Lovers card. Allow me to cover. I think I'm gonna have to color these things in, you know, because honestly, I like to wave cards next to my ears, but when it comes to the Lovers, okay, the Lovers card, I mean, here we are once again speaking about relationships, right? We're speaking about, once again, something that's making you happy, you know. It represents, you know, relationships and choices, okay? And the Lovers cards, so I want you to see the entire card, and it's bothering me that you can't see the entire card, okay? But upon these choices, Aquarius, it's all about having love and harmony in your life, okay? With these cards, with this Lovers card, especially it's being followed by, let's proceed, the Two of Cups, having you to, you know, think about your resurrection and not being seduced by the wrong things in your life. I see here, you know, that this speaks right here, can be speaking about a romantic relationship or a soulmate, you know. You know, there may be a decision about an existing lover or a temptation, okay, of the heart. Yeah, you know, this here is a choice of a potential partner if you want it, okay? Because, but then again, you know, it also can represent, like I said from the beginning, a choice upon something that you're feeling here in your heart, and, you know, something that's, you know, that you feel gratefully about. Maybe it's your career as well. You know, it could be. I mean, when it comes to relationships, this is not a relationship. I mean, you know, a love reading in any way. So, you know, but if it comes to that, yes, you may have it if you want to. Now, you also have here, wow, you know something. Your reading is literally almost the entire reading is all major arcana. That is something special, okay? That's something very, very special. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana and only 2 cards that are just, you know, the minor arcanas. So you have the major secrets, you know, the big secrets you're holding, okay? I mean, your reading is holding the big secrets, excuse me. And the Lovers card is being followed, okay, by the Strength card, okay? And in the Strength card, the great thing about, one thing that I always say is that you're here to tame the heart, okay? You know, you're a person that can tame situations. Because, see, she has the strength to stick her hand in the lion's mouth. And if you notice here, look at his tail. His tail is in between his legs. See that? His tail is in between his legs. So she has this lion tamed at all times. And she has to do this every day, right? And, you know, it gives you here upon whatever situation that is going on at this moment, is giving you the confidence, all right, to overcome any obstacles and fears, okay? You know, the challenges or doubts that you're having upon what's going on in your life, okay? You know, because if you fear something, do it anyway, okay? Because you have the strength to do it, right? You have the confidence, you have the vitality, okay? You know, the potency, okay? The courage that is needed to overcome any obstacles, okay? And I can also say that, you know, to use your intuition as well, because here the Strength card is being followed by the High Priestess. telling you, all major arcana cards. It's fantastic reading, I'm going to be honest with you. Very positive, very straightforward kind of reading, okay? Aquarius. And here, okay, it's all about intuition. You know, she's holding the book of all the mysteries, okay? She's holding the high priestess holds the book, okay, the Torah, okay? She holds the Torah, which is the book of all mysteries, knowledge, and wisdom, okay? She has no roof over her head, so her intuition just keeps going and going and going and going and receiving intuition and receiving messages. Aquarius, I wanna let you know something. There's a lot of dreams in your life that you have and they come true, okay? Yeah, I was just gonna say something, but what I would like to let you know upon this card is that, you know, it allows you to tune into your intuition, okay? And I believe that you need to continue on doing that, okay? You know, you have the opportunity to access, okay, the knowledge. So you know upon what she holds in her hands, all right? This is a card that allows you to look deep within your soul for answers, okay? You know, deep into the unknowns for guidance, okay? I'm like, what was that? Okay? And I'll tell you this much, you're going to be successful upon whatever it is that your choices are to be made of, okay? Whatever choices you decide to be made, especially when it comes to, you know, your career choices, okay? Here is being followed the High Priestess by the King of Pentacles. Okay? And you know what that is? The King of Pentacles is the king of the money, is what I call it. You know, the king of, you know, the goals, the manifestation, okay? You know, the King of Pentacles, it allows me to tell you that, notice how sunny it is and bright that card in the background is. That's why sometimes I like to use these cards, you know, compared. You see that? I mean, these cards are as beautiful as they come as well, but look at that. This is the bottom of another deck, and look what popped up for you. Okay, the King of Pentacles, okay, and here is the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, it doesn't get any more obvious than that, right? But, you know, here it's all about wealth, okay? You're good in business. You know, this is the reason why it's letting me know upon choices, you know? And honestly, wow. You know where you are right now is where you're literally supposed to be. Okay? That's what I am. That's what I continue on seeing. Where you are now, where you are right now is where you are supposed to be. Where you are right now is where you are supposed to be. I just continue on hearing that and seeing that, okay? You know, you're reaching your goals and they're all going to appear at the end of that tunnel, okay? This is what the King of Pentacles is all about. This is you enterprising and being resourceful, okay? Principled and emotions, okay? Emotionally and financially, using your emotions and to be having the emotional, financial success, okay? Let's go into now your higher self here, okay? You have here a new moon in Sagittarius. This is from your higher self. It says, luck is on your side. Now let's look into an angel number. Let's go into your cards for an angel number here. It says here, grounding, angel number 432. You are reminded of the importance of staying grounded and centered amidst life's ups and downs. Connect with your strength and stability, finding peace and balance within yourself. I just said that with the Judgment card, right? It's right in between two sides, you know, of your life here. But let's reach into the spiritual deck here for let's give you a message from the Spirit, okay? A message from the Spirit to bring you comfort upon this journey, Aquarius, okay? The Spirit would like to let you know, okay? Where you are right now is where you are supposed to be. I just pulled this out, okay? So imagine that, all right? Don't compare yourself to others. That only adds pressure. Take each day as it comes and for what it is. Take each day as it comes and for what it is. You are a better person than you were yesterday. Growth isn't easy, but you've got this. Aquarius, this is a wonderful reading. You know, whether you want to move forward with a relationship in a career, because those are relationships, you know, career is a relationship as well. Your path is bright. Your path is extremely bright and very clear, okay? But with that being said, Aquarius, if you have subscribed already, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. But if you have not, then please allow me to ask you to subscribe, like, share, and hit that subscribe, like, share, and hit that like button, right? As many times as you can. Click. But no, really, in all seriousness, if you can please subscribe, like, share, and turn on your post notifications, so that way you don't miss out on any of your upcoming scheduled readings. And lastly, may you forever be blessed with great health, prosperity, and stability in your life, so that way, the day of tomorrow, you can become a bit more spiritually influential. I will see you next Friday, Aquarius. Take care.